Awesome sauce. Hello, hello. Great morning, awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. And today we are talking about you thinking too hard, okay? And you potentially working too hard. So the title for today's episode is Are You Thinking Too Hard? Are you working too hard? Okay. And I'm bringing this because, from the mindset of a fellow overachiever, high performer, right? Somebody who is constantly thinking about what's my next move? What is it that I'm going to do next? We have this creative mindset and we need to get the ideas out of there, right? Out of our heads into the world, onto paper. And a lot of times it's hard to do so because of perfectionism, procrastination, fear of, FOMO, am I missing out on something, right? And so I want to bring this today because sometimes we can get so much in our heads that we overthink what it is that we should be doing. It does not have to be as hard as you're making it. Okay. It doesn't have to be as hard as you are thinking it is. It doesn't have to be as hard as you are working to get the results that you really want. Where your results come from. A lot of people talk about different strategies, right? And I always say this pro tip: when you're teaching your courses, there are going to be so many people who have different strategies because of their different life experiences. And so you'll always find somebody giving advice that's contrary to the advice that you're giving, right? And that's absolutely okay. We all are unique in our own ways. And so our life experiences have provided us a specific lens and perspective to view the world through. What you teach and how you teach it and how you show up is going to resonate with the right people. It's going to resonate with other people who are somewhere along your journey, right? Experiencing things that you've already overcome, things that you have gone through, and they're seeking your advice, your encouragement, your empowerment to help them get to the other side of whatever that challenge or circumstance is. Okay, so that is a pro tip. So we're making it sometimes too hard or harder than it has to be when we are looking out at the rest of the world. Social media has made it so normal for us to start judging our own lives, ourselves, against the lives of what we see other people experiencing. And sometimes, a lot of times, and I know you have seen it, we've all seen a lot of the truth coming out in 2024 of who people really are and what people are really doing out in these streets. And so, some of the things that you see online are not even real. And so we have been conditioned in this society to really start judging ourselves, our progress, against these false societal standards. And so I'm encouraging you today, when you find, and I talk a lot about this, especially in choosing the right mentor, choosing the right coach. I am a firm believer in mentorship, okay? And so when you find somebody who is aligned with what it is that you want to do, someone you resonate with, then the only thing that you have to do is figure out that strategy, right? Go to them, ask them, what is the strategy? What's the blueprint? And get in the game. That's literally it. But then you got to put your blinders on, okay? Once you're in there and you're learning from that person, put your blinders on, because there are so many distractions. There are so many other things that, I call it SOS, shiny object syndrome, that we start to look at. And so we jump from one strategy to another strategy because we see it working for someone else. I want to encourage you that every strategy can work. In fact, every strategy that you see is working for someone, okay? So it's up to you to determine and choose which strategy is it that you are going to work with in the moment. You don't have to stick to that strategy, okay? You don't become fixed in that strategy or that method. Things change. And so you got to be fluid with those changes. However, you do need to pick one, okay? Not be so indecisive. This is a time to decide what is it that you want to do and truly go for it. Go all in, give it everything you got, stick with it. And when you see that maybe it's no longer working or there's something else, that needs to happen, then you move on to the next strategy or the next method. If your current mentor or coach is teaching that next strategy or that next method, cool, stick with them. If they're not, then it's okay to outgrow your mentors and your coaches and go seek, expert advice and mentorship and guidance from somewhere else. But I need to let you know, like, a lot of the times as overachievers, high performers, we're overthinking things, and that causes us to overwork. It's not in your work, okay? It's not in like how hard you work. It's in the alignment of the work that you're doing. Are you aligned with something that feels true to you, something that is based around your gifts, right? Your true talents, those sorts of things. Like, your work should be aligned with who it is that you are and where it is that you're going. and who you truly are, right? Like who it is that we truly are inside, internally. And so when that happens, that's what people mean when they say it doesn't feel like work. Like I can literally be on vacation and pop open my laptop and bust out a course, and it doesn't feel like work. It's exciting to me. I'm passionate about it because it's aligned with who it is that I am, what my gifts are, right? What my talents are. And I want the same for you too. So when you find the right strategy that aligns with who it is that you are and those gifts and talents that are come naturally to you, right? It's not going to be hard. It's not supposed to be hard. That's why when I see people, I'm not saying like you're not going to have challenges and there aren't going to be obstacles and stumbling blocks along the road, right? But when I see people talk so much about how hard something is, it's like, okay, but let's back up for a second. Are we aligned with, who it is that we are and where it is that we're going? Because that's the only reason that it would feel hard, in my opinion and in my experience, right? So I want to bring that today. There was one more thing that I really wanted to highlight. This is what happens when I don't have notes, but I feel passionate about bringing this topic on today. And great morning to you guys. Let me know in the comments where it is that you are from. Great morning to you, Monkey on the channel. I appreciate you. That is literally your username. I appreciate you. That's fine. Go ahead and find, something that you resonate with, but I hope you have an amazing day. All right. Cool beans. All right. Other than that, I can't think of the other thing that I really wanted to say, but, yeah, I can't think of it, but I'll be back in case I do remember. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you're interested in packaging your unique experiences and what it is that you bring to the table, as always, shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org is where you want to go to get started. I'm also teaching a live class called the Global Authority Movement. It's 3 days, July 1st through the 3rd. If that's something that you're interested in getting started and you really want to dive in and learn the strategy, that was the other thing. I appreciate, thank you, God. The other thing that I wanted to say is when you do find a strategy that you resonate with, a method that you resonate with, again, go all in, okay? It's not about finding out. A lot of times what we do as overthinkers, overachievers, high performers, is we try to figure out how everything is going to turn out and how everything is going to work before we go all in. You don't know. No outcome is guaranteed, but I can guarantee you this: everything that you do go through, everything that you put your all into, whatever the lesson is on the back end, is not a loss, okay? So if you want to learn something, if you resonate with a strategy, if you resonate with a method, if you resonate with a mentor or a coach or something that you really want to go do, go all in, give it everything you got. And then on the other end, it's the W or the lesson. And that's just it, right? Either way, it's all one big win for you. So jumpfirstacademy.org/global is where you want to go to sign up for the Global Authority Movement. And that kind of triggered the remembrance of what I wanted to say, because someone had reached out recently and was like, well, how am I going to get the clients? How am I going to get the clients? And I'm like, I'm going to show you how to get the clients, how to get your students enrolled in your courses, but you just got to take the jump. You got to have some faith to take the leap. I will always say what my method is, what my strategy is. We use organic social media up front. I'll always give you that. But in order for me to teach you what it is that you need to do, I need to be able to have the time and availability to go deeper. All right. And so that's the paid piece. And so jumpfirstacademy.org/global is where you want to go. Stop trying to figure it all out up front and work with someone who already has it figured out. Okay. You don't have to know all the intricacies of the how before you go all in. You'll find that it's easier than you think. Most of my clients and students are doing this without websites. Okay. I started revamping the site. It dawned on me as we're revamping the site. I'm like, we haven't updated this site since 2019. Like, what? Since about 2019, maybe 2020, we threw some updates in there, but it's just proof that the methods that I teach, the strategies that I teach, a lot of my clients and students come in, they don't use a website to sell their courses, and they're selling, 10, 11K in less than 30 days. Okay. I've got people doing 4 or 5 grand in a day. And they don't do it with a website. No one's going through the website to book them. And so y'all, this can be done. Again, proof that you're overthinking it. You don't need as much as you think you need. And every single strategy that you see online may not be aligned with your path and your uniqueness and what it is that you're meant to go do. So jumpfirstacademy.org/global is where you want to go to get inside that 3-day training. I'm going to show you how to pre-sell your courses without all the stuff that you think you need, without the website, without the, if you have a website, cool, but I'll show you how to do it if you don't have one, all right, without the hosting platform, without all the complicated funnels and all that extra stuff, okay? You can start pre-selling like ASAP. I've had people do it in 24 hours. So again, jumpfirstacademy.org/global. You'll also see client results and student results there as well. Other than that, I'm out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, okay? Stop making it harder than it needs to be. Find the stuff, the strategy, the work that aligns with who you are, and I promise it can be so much easier. Stop overthinking it and just jump in. Go all in. All right, I love y'all so much. Happy Friday to you. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Bye, y'all.